Good morning students, welcome back. This is your science teacher. I came to you with some new topic today. So this is the second video of new lesson. I hope you understood the last class in the last video. How are you all? I hope you are all fine. So let us start the topic today. Before I start topic, I want you to review the last part of the lesson. Okay, what I explained, what is breathing? Breathing is the process of taking in air and leaving out air, and which is called as respiration. So we want to observe the respiration in all the organisms. How does respiration takes place in all the organisms? Is it different or same? What is the amount of air we inhale and exhale? What is called inspiration and expiration? We are going to learn in this respiration chapter. Okay, so respiration is a process of taking in air and giving out air, which is called as breathing. It involves two processes, inspiration and expiration, which are called inhalation and exhalation, as I explained in the last video. So now, I have started one activity for you. Ask your friend to stand and keep your watch and count how many breaths. Is your friend inhaling air and exhaling? Put your finger, index finger near the nose of your friend and observe whether she is undergoing respiration or not, isn't it? So I hope you might have observed your friends or your brothers. If it is lockdown now, you must observe your brothers or sisters or any elders. With the help of them, you can do these activities. Okay? I hope you have done. Now let us see the next activity, expansion of the chest when you are breathing. What is that? Expansion of chest cavity with your breath. What happens when we take in air? How do you observe that you are taking in air? Unless we keep our hand, index finger near our nose, you can't move. But how does we take air? What happens during inhalation? So yes, our chest cavity will expand. Chest cavity is a thoracic cavity here, which includes lungs. Lungs are present in the chest cavity. So how do we take air? Where the air goes, we know already, to the lungs. Lungs are the balloon spongy-like structures present inside the chest cavity. So when you inhale the air, definitely the chest cavity moves a little bit further, isn't it? So now welcome your friend or your brother or sister to stand nearby and ask her to take a long breath. And how do you measure the chest cavity, ma'am? Yes, I brought you the measuring tape so that you can also, if you are not having this measuring tape, just take a small rope or any thread, mark it. Where you will mark, ask your friend to stand here, ask her to take a long breath. First observe when she is in normal position. Your friend, normal position, ask her to take. Now measure her chest cavity with this measuring tape. For example, if it is 10 inches. Next, this is a normal position. Now ask her to stand here. Twine this tape around her chest cavity. Now see the measurement, 10 inches. Now ask her to take a long breath. So that very long breath ask her to take. Now keep that. You need to move the tape around her chest cavity a little bit further. This measurement you will observe clearly, properly if you do the experiment. Now, your friend after inhalation Now, by the expansion of this chest cavity, by the measurement of the chest cavity, you have understood that yes, we are in here, we are taking the air. Air is needed for us to live. How the air is going in? Where does the air is going in? To the chest cavity, isn't it? So now, so this is the activity. It is a playful activity you can do on your brothers or sisters. You are sitting at home also. Okay, just for fun, science experiments also you can observe like that. Not simply by hurting the question. When they are asked to write, you can able to write on your own if you do the experiment like this. Okay, let us move to the next activity. How much air does you breathe? How much air does you breathe? The expansion of the chest cavity with your breath, I explained. Now, how much air? So I realized, yes, if I was a child, I realized by doing the experiment with the tape measuring my friend's chest cavity, isn't it? That she is taking this much amount of air, this much amount of air. Like exactly how much air I was breathing, she is breathing. Let us see how much air does we breathe. How much air does we breathe? Okay. Now, how do we know this air is not visible? How can you perform this? That's right, by doing an experiment. So I drawn previously here for you. So let us see how much amount of air we inhale and how much amount of air we exhale. Let us start. So take the measuring cylinder. This is the bucket-like structure, glass cylinder, measuring cylinder with a base. What is this? What is this? Water. Okay. Take measuring cylinder and fill it with water. And take 2 liters of bottle. 2 liters bottle, water bottle or cool drink bottle. You can do this experiment in your house in this lockdown, isn't it? Now, a small rubber tube you must need to fit into this 2-liter bottle. Okay. Now, take the measuring cylinder. Fill it with water. Now, take the bottle, 2 liters bottle, and fill it up to the brim. Means full. Brim of the bottle. Full bottle. Now, so water bottle will be like this now. Just bring the bottle after filling and just invert the bottle. Before inverting, you must connect the mouth of the bottle with the tube. Rubber tube. What is this? Rubber tube. So that, why this rubber tube? I'll tell you. So did you observe the experiment now? So you can write in the form of aim apparatus procedure also this experiment or activity. So take a measuring cylinder, fill with water, take another 2 liters bottle, fill it with up to the brim, and connect the rubber tube to that water bottle. Bring the apparatus and invert the bottle into the measuring cylinder, and hold your another open side of the tube with our hand like this with our fist. Now, what happens? What is the procedure? Now, this is the setup, experiment setup. After holding, now breathe out, just inhale your air outside. Inhale your air outside. Take a long breath and do inhalation, inspiration. After that, here like that only. So blow out. First inhale the air and blow into this tube. What happens? The air, the water in the measuring cylinder will fall down. So what do you observe now? Definitely there will be reduction in the water, isn't it? There will be reduction of water into this measuring cylinder, so that how much amount of the air you inhale and exhale will be shown by this. Now you understood that how much amount of air you inhale and how much amount of air you take, and air you give out, isn't it? I hope you got this experiment. I wish you to do at home with your any friends or brothers or sisters help. Okay, Nana? Let us move to the next. What is the difference between inhaled and exhaled air? Now, next activity is, first today what I have taught you, expansion of the chest cavity with the measuring tape. Yes, you observed that. Now, what is this? Measuring cylinder. What are the requirements? Measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder. 2-liter water bottle. 2-liter water bottle. Rubber tube. Rubber tube and water. That's all. Isn't it? So below the air, in through this rubber tube, the reduction in the air. What is the result? What is the result? Reduction in the amount of water. Reduction in the amount of water. Water gives that how much air we take, isn't it? How much we inhale, that much only should give out. So I asked you to inhale outside and I asked you to blow through this rubber tube during the experiment, so that this reduction in the amount of water gives you the result that how much air you met. Now, okay, you inhale. Now let us move to the next activity. I hope you understood, all of you. So you can also write this activity in the form of aim, apparatus, experiment, in the form of experiment. The experiment requires aim, apparatus and procedure. So if you want to, you can write that also like that. Otherwise, as you have done at home, how did you do? You can write like that, no problem. Okay. Now let us move to the next part of the lesson, that is next activity. What is the difference between inhalation and exhalation? Let us see this. Inhale air and exhale air. Next activity, inhale air and exhale air. How can you show the difference between inhaled air and exhaled air? How does it will be? Warm or cool or any temperature? Do you know? Yes, we will see that. We will see that. So into our nose we will take air, we will breathe in air, so that what is its temperature we will see. Difference, activity, difference between inhaled air and exhaled air. Understand? Now, to do this, very simply, you can ask your friend to inhale, or you can also do this on your own. So what is the difference you observe? You don't know how the air you take and how you give. You never observe, I think. Now you should observe that. Take a long breath. Whether cool air or entering now based on the environment, the air Now take a long breath. Take a long breath and keep your index finger near your nose. Now I'm doing. I am inhaling. Exhaling now. So how much amount of air that is different? What is the temperature of the air when we exhale? What is whether it is warm or cool? Come on, observe yourself and answer to my question. Keep your index finger near your nose and observe the inhaled air. How it will be? Warm air. Warm air you feel on your index finger surely, isn't it? Now see that. So the breath what you have taken you observe now, isn't it? Now see, this is the cylinder. What is this? Syringe bottle. Big syringe or a small syringe, you can take anything. What I asked. Now what is the temperature of inhaled air and what is the temperature of exhaled air? I asked you to observe now. Now outside air we are pumping into this. If you drag like this, air will go into the definitely, isn't it? Like water, how you will. So drag this space is filled with air, of course. So pump here like this, so that what is the feel you can? The taking in, air inside and outside same temperature, isn't it? So what is the topic here I want to explain you is the air which you exhale, which you take and which you give out will be different from the air outside. Understand? The one which you want to, excuse me. We have observed that what is the temperature of the inhaled air by keeping your index finger near our mouth, isn't it? Now by same experiment you can do with the syringe, so the difference you can observe. How does our inhale air and exhale air isn't it? Now our inhaled and exhaled air consists of moisture or not, we will see in the next activity. Next activity is moisture in the exhaled air. Come on, anybody knows this? Anybody know? Moisture in the exhaled air. Now you observed in the last activity the temperature, whether it is warm or cool, you have observed, isn't it? Now our exhaled air will be moist, means with some water vapor or not. How will you explain this? How will you perform this? Yes. Now take a long breath. Keep your hand here to your mouth. Give out your exhale. So what you can feel, you can see that whether it is warm or cool, but moisture you can feel very, very little. So avoid that. Now go to the mirror. If it is the mirror, imagine. Go to your mirror in your house, or do that now when I am explaining. Listen to me and do that experiment after this. So go to the mirror. Take a long breath and exhale onto the mirror. What do you observe? What will you observe? On the place of the mirror, some water droplets will deposit, isn't it? Water droplets will be deposited on the mirror, isn't it? So wipe out that. Again inhale and exhale onto the mirror surface. What happens? The moisture can observe that exhaled air consists of the moisture which is coming from out our body, isn't it? So in this way you can observe the inhaled air and exhaled air. Okay? So like Colgate ad, Colgate advertisement. If you want to observe your nice breath, keep your palm in front of you and exhale so that your air will warm, and keep your face near to the mirror and exhale out. You can observe the moisture in them, isn't it? So deep understanding of our breaths. I explained today 3 activities, I think, isn't it? First, today in this class, what I explained, Nana? I explained while we are breathing, what happens to our chest cavity, whether it is increases or decreases. I shown you with the measuring tape, isn't it? Now, how much air we inhale and exhale? How much air present in while you are inhaling and exhaling with the measuring cylinder and 2 liters bottle and rubber tube, isn't it? Now, in the last 4 activities, I think, difference between inhaled and exhaled air. Inhaled air may be cool or hot or anything. Exhaled air is warmer than the inhaled air. Definitely some temperature will be there. How does this air temperature is maintained in our nose? Do you know? Yes, humidity is maintained. How does humidity is maintained in our nose? You know, in our nose, some dirt particles, the hair follicles will be present. The mucus present in our nose will inhale. When you are inhaling, that mucus and hair follicles will regulate the air temperature, whether it is cool or hot outside the air. But when we exhale, the air comes out and will be compulsory warmer. Understand? Now it is winter. It is summer. Summer means hot air. Winter means very cool air. Will go into our nose, isn't it? The mucus present in our nose, some waters like water-like thing maintains the temperature of our air. Understand? That's why difference between inhaled and exhaled air you can notice here in the experiment. Understand? Later on in your higher classes, you will be learning about the process of respiration and how does this respiration is carrying out in animals and other human beings. Okay? So with this, I explain you the next topic in the next video, in the next class. What is that we are inhaling? Gases. Isn't it? What does this gas consist of? What we require? Oxygen and carbon dioxide, isn't it? Who discovered that we breathe only oxygen, we want only oxygen, and we give out only carbon dioxide? Who told us? Yes, there are very important scientists which you have to pay attention, that we are going to see in the next video. Okay, Nana? Thank you for watching this video.